Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals versus Jalen Hurts and the Cleveland Browns.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, nice. Taking it right down Broadway. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
On first down, Hurts. He hits his target, Lockett. Past the 20. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Jones. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They stop. Them shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
First carry for James Conner, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones.
This is swung out to Eckler.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Austin Eckler,
89 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
and here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Browns. Travis Kelce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On the screen, this is Eckler. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. Here's Jones throwing on first down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Hurts.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 7.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Flushed out right.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Dante Hightower on the stop. Now Jones. A final shot before break. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Kyler Murray, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially from...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones able to hit his target Lamb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Connor will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now here's a deep shot that's complete, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An important play right here, 3rd and and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown! Van Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones, the open man here, Renfro. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I think the Browns got it. They did. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Hurts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones connecting with one throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Jones. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Jones. That's into the hands of Eckler. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Here's Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive in total 8 plays. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw